The whole thing is to what we believe that the business can grow to. Many people are feel that they only invest in late stage companies or they only invest in early stage companies. The reason we don't invest in many more mature companies is we simply feel there isn't enough profit left in it, that what the company can reasonably grow into will be not enough to return us the cash on cash multiple of the businesses that we have to put up. We normally and customarily put up an aggregate, not necessarily at the beginning, but an aggregate of $5 or $10 million, where certainly wouldn't go into anything that we weren't hoping for in early stage venture, that we weren't hoping for 5 to 10 times our cash on cash. We don't always get that, obviously, but sometimes you get a 2 or 3 times cash on cash. Sometimes you fail, but those are the ranges you work in. Now, once in a while, you get in some of my early investments in particular, we got hundreds of times cash on cash. That's where we got successful in the early stage, and we normally wouldn't go into anything in the beginning that we didn't see a possibility of 10 times cash on cash. But you realize that one of the examples I use is that if we look at 1,000 business plans a year, and we look at more than that, but to round the numbers, 1,000 business plans a year, 5 years later, in a way we will be sorry we saw 996 of the 1,000. Why? Because 990 we don't invest in, so we wasted the time that we spent studying them and investing them and doing the due diligence. 3, we'll probably lose all our money in, and you never just lose the first money. You usually do another round or 2 because it isn't always clear and very quickly that it isn't going to work. So there's always a good case for investing again. Then another, eventually you lose it. Then another 3, you don't lose, but you don't make enough to make it worth the time. So that's 996 out of the 1,000. 3 more, the industry in general will make pretty good money on, decent, acceptable returns. And then if we're very lucky, the 1,000th one will be a big winner. And that's kind of the industry statistics. We'd seen funds where we wouldn't lose 3 out of the 10. We might lose 1 or 2 out of the 10. We've seen other funds where we might lose as many as, 4 would be a lot for us to lose in a fund.